So, this is my first video of 2025. I'm going to talk about fitness. Why? Because it's a new year. And whenever New Year hits, a lot of people, as their New Year's resolution, they strive to get more fit or to create a habit to go to the gym, build muscle, or lose weight. Whatever it may be, it'll be relevant to like changing how they look, their physical appearance, and going to the gym or dieting down. Um, I thought it would be useful to make this video because I've been lifting weights since I was 15, and I used to be a really chubby kid. And in high school, when I matured a little bit, I learned about caloric deficit and lifting weights at home. And I lost a ton of weight in high school. And then as I got older and became a full-on adult and was able to get a gym membership, I've probably been going to the gym and taking supplements for like the last 10 years of my life consistently. Um, and I know I don't look like it, right? I don't look like a physique competitor. And the reason is because I don't treat it like a job. It's more of a hobby. And I'm not on any weird steroids because it's not worth it for me. I'm not a professional athlete, so I'm just someone who consistently goes to the gym, and that's why I don't know if I'm naive, but you could probably tell I have some muscle on me. I'm not lean. I should get lean. I don't have a six pack, but if I walk around with the shirt, people know like I'm pretty muscular, right? Now, if you think I'm skinny or I'm just fat, I'm sorry. That's your opinion. But what I didn't want to share with you is my own personal insight of what I think is some pretty useful tips to give your average person trying to get into the habit of getting fit and into the gym, because there's a lot of there's so much content on YouTube that gives you advice on what you should do to lose weight or gain muscle, but it's so in depth and in detail, and there's so much science behind it. A lot of the viewers sort of lose lose attention, and they don't really know what they're hearing. So I'm gonna give you a handful of core important things that I think is important if you're trying to get into the habit of lifting weights or even running or whatever. So the first one is sleep. Forget everything else. All right. If you're not sleeping at least like 7 hours minimum consistently, anything you do for your health is going to be, I wouldn't say it's going to be useless, but the results that it should give you is going to be diminished because of your sleep deprivation. So let's just say you're dieting really well, right? Let's just say you're overweight and you're dieting really well, but you have a job or children or whatever, and you're stressed out and you only get 4 hours of sleep a day, and you wake up really groggy and you just pound coffee and you force yourself to get through the day, and you're forcing yourself to do this diet, but you're only getting 4 hours of sleep. That sleep deprivation is going to have you feeling inflamed, bloated, groggy, depressed, and most likely when you feel these things, you're not going to stick to a proper diet. You're not going to feel energized throughout the day. You're not going to feel good. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to cave in and eat fast food and eat junk food and start drinking alcohol, because sleep is so important for your mental health and physical health. And the reason I know this is not because I read the shit on Reddit or whatever. It's because of personal experience. I remember when I had a really demanding full-time job like 6 years ago, I was working out from 5 a.m. up until I had to clock into work. And sometimes I would work for maybe 10 hours, and then, instead of going home, eating dinner, and going to sleep, I would drive straight to the gym, work out for like 2 hours, go home, eat dinner at 11:30, and not sleep till like 2 or 3 or 4 a.m. and wake up at 8 a.m. or earlier. I was averaging not, this sounds like I'm lying, but I was 22 at this time. I was honestly averaging about 2 to 3 hours of sleep. And I was lifting weights every single day, taking pre workout, taking supplements, and guess what? I look like a stick. Now, I wasn't fat, but I looked like a stick. I looked lean, but I felt bloated. I felt inflamed. I didn't feel good. I felt like physically I looked okay from the outside. I was really skinny. I looked sucked up like this. And then, but physically, I remember I felt terrible. I didn't feel healthy at all. And the truth is, even though I was working out my ass off and skipping sleep just to work out and go to work, my health was actually diminishing. Even though I felt like I was going at it, going hard, I was like, fuck sleep. The fact that I was skipping sleep and my job was hindering on my sleep too at the time, it didn't matter how much I worked out or how early I woke up, because the lack of sleep made me mentally depressed, and it prevented me from building muscle. I'm a lot bigger now. I have more muscle now. I'm able to lift more weights now and I only work out about 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week consistently, and I eat a lot. And I have a lot of cheat meals because I don't really care about getting lean. But I'm a lot more stronger, and I have a stronger physical build than I did back then because I'm getting more consistent sleep. So mentally, I'm better. Mentally, I'm more sharp, and physically, I'm better too. Than versus when I was going to the gym 7 days a week, feeling like I was going at it, and that's all because of sleep. And you can look at the studies, the importance of sleep. You're better off sacrificing your gym membership and prioritizing sleep than sacrificing your sleep to prioritize going to the gym. Believe it or not, if you eat healthy and get good sleep, your physical appearance will look better than if you got no sleep, worked out every day, and tried to eat healthy. I say tried because when you're sleep deprived, it's nearly impossible to eat healthy and stay on your diet. So that I hope you get the point. Number 2, when you're starting off as a new person, going to the gym and lifting weights, I would say the main thing is to enjoy your time in the gym and not the progress that you think you should make. The most people that you see who maybe you don't go to the gym, but you question, man, all these people that go to the gym, they're so dedicated because they force themselves to go to the gym even when they don't want to, and they lift weights and they're sweating and all this stuff. On the surface, that may be true, but what's actually happening is that the gym is like a playground for adults. You know how when you're a kid and you're in class and you can't wait till the bell rings so you could go outside and play on the playground and like throw the ball around with your friends, or climb the monkey bars and shit. When you're a kid, you don't think, oh, the bell rang, I have to go do this workout routine. No, when you're a kid, you're like, the bell rang, it's recess time, I gotta go play outside. I've been waiting to go play outside this whole time. The truth is, the adults that you see go to the gym, that's the way adults feel about the gym. The ones that go consistently, they think that in our minds, that's recess time. That's not, oh, I gotta work out time. That's recess time. And the reason it feels like recess time is because the people that do it right figure out a routine that's fun for them. They get to listen to their music or podcasts. And even though working out strains your muscles, there's a certain routine that you'll find for yourself where it doesn't feel painful. It doesn't feel like a struggle. It's something to look forward to. So once you find a routine where it feels like you're looking forward to something and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go feel good and I'm gonna go enjoy my time. That's that's the secret. That's the crack to the code. Because some people go to the gym and they feel like it's sort of a boot camp where you're forcing yourself to, you walk into the gym and you just start sprinting on the treadmill. Like, no, that's gonna suck. You gotta warm up a little bit. You could stretch a little bit. Don't even do it. Maybe sit on the chair and listen to some music. And then you can ease yourself in and start doing a little workout. That's the actual way that you could start building a habit is, don't go full on like military status at the gym because you're gonna just want to go home and quit. You know, the military does that for a reason, but when you're going to the gym, you're not gonna fight a war, okay? You're gonna go enjoy yourself and improve your health. So you gotta approach the gym as if it's recess time and as if you're gonna have a fun time doing it. And once you find the strategy that works for you mentally to treat it like a fun time, you're gonna always want to go to the gym. Maybe you have um, responsibilities at work or at home and it stresses you out and you need a space to forget. A lot of times people use the gym as a space to forget because they walk into the facility, it looks different, there's no work, there's no computer, their kids aren't there, but you know what is there? Peace and quiet, your own personal space. You could put on your headphones and, there just happens to be exercising machines. So you're just going to go work out. That's the secret that a lot of people don't know. It's the psychological trick that the gym is not a place to suffer, it's a place to relax. It just looks like that. It just looks like a place to suffer, but it's not. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, and the last tip of this video, because I'm at 12 minutes, is the secret, or is not a secret, but it helps to use peripherals and to use supplements that sort of make you feel like you should go to the gym. When I was a teenager and I was starting off working out, I didn't have shit. I had shorts, a shirt. I didn't have a gym membership. I worked out in my room. But it was the drive. It was the motivation that kept me going. But eventually that gets a little boring. So, you're limited. When you work out in your room, you could do push-ups. If you have a pull-up bar, you could do pull-ups. And then you want to build up. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm getting bored. I need something new. So you go to a gym membership, right? And there's all these machines at the gym. And you're like, oh my God, this is like a whole new world that opened up. Now I have a place to drive to work out. So that is the same. I have that same mentality with, with workout accessories and peripherals. And what I mean by that is when you start adding stuff to your workout gear or supplements, all those little things, they're not necessary, but they make it more fun. And when you invest in things that make a hobby more fun or easier to do or more enjoyable or more exciting, I think it's worth it. And what I mean by that is one of it's, you could buy workout gear. If you're into shoes or fashion or shirts, hey, you know what? You could go to like a Nike store or Adidas store and go into their sports section. And if you invest in an outfit, maybe that's going to motivate you to go and work out. Or if you want to go running, you could buy some nice running shoes and you're going to feel obligated to go run. It's the same concept. But what works for me is buying supplements because I like ingesting things that are good for your body, but things that taste good and also make you feel good. So the first one is pre-workout. Pre-workout's a game changer. If you don't know what pre-workout is, it's basically a supplement that you take before you work out. And what it does is the main ingredient is caffeine, right? So it gives you like a cognitive boost. It wakes you up. But on top of that, a lot of these pre-workouts have like their proprietary blend of ingredients. There's things that make you more explosive in your workouts. I'm not going to name all the different ingredients in this video, but basically it's a supplement that makes you feel really energetic. But you got to be careful because there are high dosages of caffeine. So that's why when you buy a lot of pre-workout, there's disclaimers in the back saying you have to be 18 and over, and you have to have some experience in using these type of things. So I think if you're new to working out, stick to coffee. But if you get bored, try a entry level pre workout, and I think it's gonna make you feel even more enthusiastic about going to the gym and lifting weights. Because for me, it was a game changer, and it became kind of addicting. But I'm like, you know, if it makes going to the gym and exercising addictive, I think that's a good thing. And I think it's important to learn about moderation and when to take days off and stuff like that. But that's out of the scope of this video. So yeah, that was point number 3 is, investing in workout apparel, supplements, start taking vitamins, start taking whey protein. And then when you start buying these things and using it yourself, you're going to want to go to the gym so you can progress, and so you have a reason, you have more of a reason to use what products you purchase, and you could, be fit in the gear that you bought, or the supplements you could continue taking it. So it's sort of a cycle of investing in your hobby, and then your hobby lets you, is an excuse to keep using the things that you buy. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, those were my 3 personal tips of things to boost your willpower and motivation and incentive to keep working out. And I think if you do these things, it will help. But the number one thing is definitely sleep. So if there's anything to get out of this video, is if your New Year's resolution for 2025 is to get more active and get more healthy, before you buy a gym membership and before you start buying supplements, make sure you got your sleep dialed in. And once you get your sleep dialed in, then consider working out. Until then, figure that out.